In the world of politics, few figures have been as polarizing as President Donald Trump, and his influence extends far beyond the borders of the United States. In fact, one of his most unexpected impacts has been on Canada, a country that found itself united in ways that few could have predicted. Welcome to In the Know News, where we explore the most intriguing and unexpected events shaping our world. Today, we delve into how Trump's divisive rhetoric and actions have unexpectedly brought Canada together against him. For years, Canada seemed to be on the brink of political instability. With an economy struggling under inflation, a healthcare system on the edge of collapse, and a federal government that seemed ineffective, the country was facing a political storm. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, whose popularity had waned in the face of rising discontent, was expected to lose his position in the 2025 election. Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre, known for his combative rhetoric, was poised to take the reins, promising to fix a broken Canada. But what happened next was entirely unanticipated. President Trump, with his erratic behavior and relentless attacks, managed to unite a deeply divided Canada in a way no one could have foreseen. Trump's threats of annexation and his ill-advised trade war with Canada, including unjustified tariffs and baseless claims about fentanyl, quickly turned the tide. Canadians, who had previously been divided on issues like healthcare and immigration, found common ground in their opposition to his blatant disregard for their sovereignty. From boycotts of American products to government actions that penalized U.S. businesses, the backlash was swift and fierce. Even the economy, which Trump had assumed would simply bend to his will, began to feel the sting of Canadian retaliation as consumer spending, institutional boycotts, and Buy Canadian initiatives cost the U.S. billions of dollars. Trump's actions, particularly his trade aggression and his attempts to weaken the relationship between the two nations, served to undermine the political dynamics in Canada. For someone who had hoped to see like-minded politicians rise to power, Trump inadvertently made it impossible for Poilievre to capitalize on the political instability. Poilievre, who had drawn parallels to Trump with his divisive rhetoric and anti-establishment persona, found himself caught in a no-win situation. He was too closely aligned in both ideology and style with the U.S. president, and as Trump's unpopularity surged, so did the backlash against Poilievre. Once a shoo-in for the prime ministership, Poilievre now faces a battle he never expected. Trump's actions didn't just stall Poilievre's ascent, they fundamentally altered the political landscape of Canada. With Trudeau's resignation, it seemed that Poilievre's victory was guaranteed, but the tides have shifted. As Canada's political landscape solidified in opposition to Trump, there's now growing support for a new path forward, one that may very well lead the country back to a Liberal majority. The once unthinkable possibility of Canada distancing itself from the U.S. entirely is now on the table, with proposals to suspend energy exports and rethink defense agreements gaining traction. In the end, Trump's actions didn't just affect the U.S. They had a lasting impact on Canada's future, uniting the nation in ways that will be felt for generations. The political and economic consequences of his aggressive foreign policies are only beginning to unfold, and while they may have been intended to shake up the status quo, they have instead solidified an unwavering resistance to his brand of politics. What was once seen as a fractured political landscape in Canada has now become a united front against a shared adversary, Trump. The true impact of this seismic shift remains to be seen, but one thing is certain: Canada's future will not be shaped by the divisive rhetoric of its southern neighbor. Thanks for joining us at In the Know News, where we continue to bring you the stories that matter.